This is North Dakota Today.
Hello, good morning. I'm Marlon Mayhew.
Bonjour. I'm Anna Johnson.
Oh, tu parles français?
Guess what today is?
Today is Wonderful Wednesday.
And National French Fry Day.
Oh, French fries.
Ooh. It's a little early in the morning. I thought, how cool would it be to open the show eating French fries, but like, who makes French fries at
Right,
9
this
in the
early
morning?
in the morning.
So there's some video in case you were thinking, what am I going to have for lunch today? I need video inspiration.
Yes.
Here we are.
The French fry. It's actually from Belgium. So
Oh, is it? Well,
yes.
This whole, my life has been a lie.
Everybody thought it was from France, but it was from Belgium. So a lot of people are corrected today that French fries are from Belgium.
I think this brings up an extremely important debate of who has the best French fries.
That's a great question. I think right now, KFC has the best French fries.
Interesting. I haven't had KFC's French fries in
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. They've revamped their whole menu, and their fries are just like crispy, not too salty, and just the right of crunch. Yeah.
Interesting. For a minute, I feel like Burger King had really, really good French fries. I think they've changed their recipe in recent years, but they used to have them where they were like, it was a different kind of oil they were using. So it was crispy, but it also just had so much more flavor. It probably was super unhealthy, but I love that. Five Guys also
Their Cajun
deserves
fries.
a shout out.
Their seasoned Cajun fries from Five Guys. That's where
good.
you have to have, you know, ultimate, what is that called? Restraint, because you will buy extra large Cajun seasoned fries.
Okay, speaking of, Five Guys is nuts with their portions, and I love it because I'm always like, I want a small one. I'm not going to eat them all, and then they're like, here's an entire bag. So,
Seriously, because
I
what they
love
do, they fill up the fry thing, they put it in the bag, and then they put another
Just
scoop
like-
of fries in the bag.
You worked hard, Marlon. You deserve
Right?
more.
Some more fries. Amazing.
They're really good. I will say too is like those mom and pop side of the road stands sometimes in Michigan. If anyone here is watching from Michigan, shout out to Clyde's is good. West Pier though also just like piles on the fries. So good
Are you a
job.
waffle fry kind of girl?
Yes.
Okay.
Love waffle. I love all of them. They don't love me. You know, you can't eat them on a daily basis, but
Right.
yeah, but they're delicious.
And hands down, McDonald's fries are the ultimate best
They're
fries.
the classic.
They're classic. They're like Coca-Cola.
And here's my issue also is Wendy's. If I go to Wendy's and I get fries, I'm like, clearly I have to get a Frosty because how can you have the fries without the Frosty?
Right.
You kind of have to.
It goes hand in hand.
It does. But to give you a little bit of background, French fry, the name comes from the slicing process. So you've seen like French beans, get it? So it's just sliced vertically, I guess is the way you do it. It's called Frenching. I don't know where they came up with that term, but sure. Matchstick slicing, we'll call it. So.
Okay.
McDonald's and Wendy's are giving customers a free order of fries all week long. No purchase necessary, but you have to do it on their app. That's
Yes.
pretty much always how it goes now. With free things, you have to get on the app. Order through the app, you get free things. It's exciting.
Burger King as well. They've been giving out the free fries, but on the app.
Have they?
Yeah.
It kind of does make me want to get the app.
You got to get the app.
It's good marketing because I know that later when I'm like, what am I going to have for lunch? I'm like, well, I have the app.
And we have Culver's today, so maybe we can get some fries from Culver's. They have cheese curds.
They do.
So that's kind of a juxtaposition of French fries, but they're so good too.
And then they've got the custards. So
Amazing.
too many good things in this town that we love.
Right.
Also, it's Wednesday. You know what that
DIY.
means. Woo-woo. We're excited. This one is taking like 2 days to do. It just is a long process. It's very easy to do, but it's a
And it
long
might take your
process.
breath away.
Ooh, teaser. Love that. So we'll get to that a little bit later in the show. And then also, I found this study, thought it was interesting because it's like, yeah, we all agree, but what do we do about it? A new study says that kids need at least 10 hours of sleep to do better in kindergarten.
In kindergarten?
Well, yeah, I mean, anybody who's young,
Yeah.
really. It's especially the youngest group because you're transitioning from a time when you took naps every day.
True.
And then you still may have naps in kindergarten, but it's starting to get phased out. So tricky. Get 10 hours of sleep, kids. Basically, it was published in a pediatrics journal. Makes sense. And then basically said kids that get 10 hours of sleep consistently do better interacting with their teachers, with their peers. Their academic performance is better. Same for adults. Like, I need sleep to function. I'm struggling
My mom
lately.
told me that she remembered, the parent-teacher conferences. Like, Marlon speaks too much sometimes, but he is very interactive with all the children. So he's very adaptable with making friends. So that's something that I really cherish growing up, is that even though I talked a lot, it brought me to a place where networking was my thing.
I love that. I was kind of the same, but can you imagine had we been in the same class together?
Right?
It just would have been like all day
Like
long.
Anna, Marlon.
They have to like merge our names.
Anna Marlon.
Marna.
Marna. Marna.
Marna.
Please
stop
separate.
talking.
Right.
And I mean, without you in my class, it was still always like, Anna's a great student, but she just talks a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Look at where it got us.
Talking for a living. How about that, teachers?
I love my teachers, all my teachers.
they were
What
great.
grade was your favorite grade?
Oh, that's a really good question. I do remember kindergarten and first grade vividly for some reason. I just thrived. I did eat Play-Doh once. It was a terrible decision. Don't do that, kids. But my first grade teacher was Mrs. Lemon, or my kindergarten teacher was Mrs. Lemon, and she literally brought lemon drops. She had lemon drops on her desk, and like if you were really good, you got a lemon drop from Miss Lemon. And so
What?
I was always like going to class and getting candy. It was great. And then I learned to write little books in first grade, like at a first grade level.
That's amazing.
But it was the first year they rolled out young authors, and we had the blank books, and you write the books, and then everyone competes or whatever. And then I was like, well, if I'm going to write one, I'm going to start a series. So like first grade through fifth grade was the same series. I just kept going with the series.
You need to revamp that and bring that back. That's probably a world-renowned bestseller now.
I don't know where they are. I mean, we can look. I got a box of stuff in my garage. I'll take a look at it.
I love third grade.
Did you?
Third grade.
What was it about third grade?
Third grade, I had Miss Fasano. I'll never forget her. And that she allowed us to bring in our culture. And so for
Yay.
the Haitian Flag Day, I brought in mangoes for the students. And we all partook in like mango eating.
Oh,
Like
that's cute.
it was so fun. So yeah, third grade was my favorite year.
That's awesome. And I bet they loved it too because mangoes are sweet.
Mangoes are delicious.
They're delicious, like eating sugar. Basically, it's a lot of sugar in mangoes, but we love them. But like I said, when you're talking about, kids need 10 hours of sleep, how do you get them to go to bed? I haven't quite nailed it yet, but here's what the study says. So basically, cut down on nap times. If you limit nap times, they're going to be tired a little bit earlier in the day. Cut back on screen time because that keeps their little brains going and
Yes.
all the blue lights and all of that business as well. And then create a routine like bath time, story time, whatever it takes. Also, they say don't even start any of this later than like 8 o'clock because you're going to need to get them in bed by 9.
Yeah.
So start dealing with it now. Keep in mind, we're going to have daylight savings coming up in, November? So
Let's just stay in
maybe
summer.
earlier. I know. I know. I love it being light outside at
Yes.
night. But yeah, the kids are like, but it's light outside. Why do I need to go to bed? And it's tricky.
It's so tricky.
Yeah.
But coming up on today's show, a regional magazine that offers Midwest style and sophistication is up next.
Yeah, but first, your local steals and deals.